what presidents did you serve, or which world leaders came to you guys at Ritz that you had a relationship with? Was it an ongoing, hey, we're going to come in, we'd like to be taken care of?
Yeah, well, I knew Bush the second one very well.
Okay.
I knew him very well. And I knew Carter very well. Carter, in fact, after he was president, later he had an apartment in when the library was built, but before they were staying in the Ritz. And every morning we went jogging every morning.
Oh, Buckhead in Atlanta. I got it. Makes sense.
And we went jogging every morning. We come around the corner. People go to work and so we say good morning. Take a look. Oh, good morning. Of course,
Classic.
Security was running with us.
Yeah,
so
you felt safe.
I knew them very well. Of course, I had with Clinton gave me the award. I spent
92,
time with, and Bush won, gave me the award, and Ford was an owner of one of our hotels.
Really?
So
wow.
Interesting. I knew several.
Got it. Yeah. Very interesting. Because I can only imagine that everybody comes in. By the way, 2 questions before we wrap up. Patel Motel Group. What do you know about the Patel Motel cartel? That you don't know anything about? You know how they say they own 70-80% of hotels and their business model and the way they do it from India when they come in? You know nothing about those guys?
No, I don't know much about them.
It's a very interesting story.
I heard about them, but I don't know much.
Yeah, it's apparently they bring their families.
Yeah.
And so the families would live in 5 rooms, and the families living in 5 rooms would allow them to charge the rooms at the lowest $29, $39 a night. So others would stay over other hotels, and the next thing, that's how they build their empire. Apparently now they own 70% of hotels in America.
Yeah,
very interesting.
I don't think 70%, but they own quite a few.
That's the numbers that you'll read about. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Roughly 70% of all Indian motel owners.
Oh, Indian motel.
Third of all motels owners in America are named Patel.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of Indian motel owners. A lot of them. They come in, and that wasn't easy business to go in. Having some cash, they bought a motel and run it, and then added. So a lot of Indian hotel owners here, yeah. And of course, a couple of very good Tash Hotels is a very good hotel company. And so, yeah.
Capella Group, your most recent one that you sold, I think you said 2017 and then finalized in 2019.
Yeah, well,
you built a lot of the hotels in Asia, and I think 1 or 2 is in Saudi that you built. You can correct me if I'm wrong on these, but none in Europe. Why not Europe?
We had one in Europe.
You did build one in Europe?
We had one. No, well, 1 second. We're not owning. Yes, they own some.
Operating. I totally get it. Right.
One was in Europe, in Düsseldorf, but when I left, they disassociated themselves. They were able. There was a clause to get out when I left.
Ah, I got it.
So they left. They're independent now.
Interesting.
Great hotel, by the
Interesting.
way. Great hotel.
What markets do you look at to say these markets are good to build a hotel? Is there anything you look at? What demos do you look at?
Well, you know, what I wanted to be, I looked at this at the time, and it's still the same thing. If you start a hotel company, or you work a hotel company, you want to be in New York, you want to be in London, you want to be in Tokyo, you want to be in, at the time, Hong Kong was a number 1 thing. Today, Singapore is equally important. Still, Hong Kong is okay, but it used to be the financial place where you had to be. Singapore today, much so in the key places. No, but my first hotel was Atlanta, and then Dearborn, Michigan, and so on, and I had to still make it number 1 in the world. We became number 1 in the world, you know.
Respect.
And I dealt, later my competition was 4 Seasons. They were in London and in Tokyo and in New York and in everywhere. And I was, you know, now we ended up to be in Tokyo and so on also. And when we opened Osaka, we were immediately voted best hotel in Japan. You know, I insisted, wherever we are, we're number 1. Period. And I dealt with the general manager, said, will you accept that?
Did you play sports as a kid? Where does your competitive fire come from? Why are you so competitive?
I don't know.
You're very competitive.
Yeah.
Mom or dad? Who's more competitive? Like, because you're very competitive.
I think mom.
Mom?
Yeah.
Mom was competitive.
Yeah.
Did mom and dad ever come to the States or no? They stayed?
Yeah. Well, you have to understand, when I started off, particularly my grandfather, they all were embarrassed that I wanted to work in the hotel business. That's not what they did in Germany. You want to have a technical job. If I would have said roofer, that's honorable.
Over a hotel.
That's honorable,
Wow.
but in a hotel. So my father thought I would work as a waiter for the rest of my life, and I was disappointed. But then, of course, I had my successes. They were very proud. And so,
Do you ever take your girls back to the city where you grew up in? Do you ever go and show the family there?
We spent every summer there.
Every summer there.
Yeah.
Why?
That's who I am. And I'm lucky my wife loves it as much as I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the house anymore. You know?
What's great about the city there now?
It's a village. It's a small village where you, like she just was there for a couple of days with my daughter. And she called me and said, I feel this peace again. I walked through the little village. It's dark and quiet, but I heard some people singing. The Glee Club is rehearsing, and I heard some. And I said, and the peace that when I come walk in the house, is a peace that I cannot find anywhere else. And we feel that. We feel that it's a different life. But it's also, I grew up there, and I don't want to become somebody else. I want to be the boy from the village. You know, there's something about that. The home. And in the meantime, I'm American. I love the country. I have the same fears and hopes that most of us have. The fears have developed dramatically over the last 20 years in America.
What ways?
Well, the values. We had a country. Give you an opinion about it, and I hope that the world is not going to be. We had a country that had clear values, with Judeo-Christian values. We didn't have to be believers, but we had Judeo-Christian values. Now we have 350 million different values. Each one runs around because we didn't insist. We gave up teaching those values. We gave up showing consequences if we don't, including eternity, teaching in school. We have given up who we are, but we still want to be who we were. That's kind of silly, but that's what we have done. And so we are on the edge of one way or another. We talk about socialism, and the people that talk about socialism don't even know what it is. I haven't heard anybody explain socialism to me, or even those leaders that are for and that are against it. The key element that America should know about socialism and doesn't. If you look at the countries that were socialists, including Cuba, but take Europe. Take all of the Eastern European countries. For 70 years in socialism, communism, take Russia out of the equation for a moment, all the other countries. In 70 years, we talk about freedom. There's something much deeper. Show me one thought that came out of those countries in those 70 years. With other words, you eliminate thinking. And that's what we want. And that's what we look at. Well, we learned before that, and if we would still have Judeo-Christian values, we wouldn't accept it in the first place. That's socialism. But we talk about it. All I can say to you, America, where the hell are you going? We still, are we, God shed its grace on thee, yes. But my goodness, we should really worry right now. We should really be concerned. We should really do something.
What should we do?
We should go, demand and insist on thinking. Now, if I am going to say men can have children, or if I cannot answer that question, that means I am not thinking anymore, or I refuse to think. If I am in a city like Detroit, which is a disaster to a great extent, please, Detroit, don't call me. But it is. I lived there for a while. For 80 years, yet I vote every year every time for the same party. I am not thinking. We have to encourage that people think in our schools again, that at least they know a bit. What do you think about? You have again, high intent. Why do they march against moving illegals? Because they have no intent, they have no purpose themselves. They have no purpose, so you look for a momentary purpose, which is gone. And then you're really helpless. purpose. We have to teach people again to have purpose, high purpose, purpose of value, purpose for a great country where we respect each other, purpose of having a life that is fulfilled, where you can think, where you can express. Go and look at them. Could they express? No, that's why no thought came from Eastern Europe. Those of us who lived it, actually, I lived it. I went every year to visit my cousins in East Germany. The stories I can tell you, it's unbelievable. And that's what we want. Because we have no higher purpose.
Success is built on how you think. Influence is built on how you show up. Every detail matters, because presence speaks before you do. This is more than style. The future looks bright.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.